Good morning, students. This is third part of the chapter on the face of it. As we all know very well that this chapter deals with the theme of handicapped persons. ठीक है? How they feel, okay, what they feel. So we all have come to know in this chapter that he is Mr. Lamb. He is Mr. Lamb, and Mr. Lamb is a person who has got a tin lakh, but still he is full of positive vibes and positive approach, okay, optimistic. But in this chapter we will come to know that only disability in life is a bad attitude. So what has happened over here that Derry has a very negative approach towards life. He is an isolated boy, but Mr. Lamb plays a vital role in making Derry positive. Okay, so we will see in this chapter. So the play has two disabled persons, Derry, a young lad of 14 who bears a burnt face, and Mr. Lamb, an old man with a tin lakh. Derry is quite withdrawn and defiant. He by chance meets Mr. Lamb in his garden. Okay, the old man devises ways and the old man devises ways and means to overcome his feelings of isolation and disappointment. He even helps the boy to come out of his seclusion and infuses in him the courage and determination to live on successfully in this world without being bothering about what others say or feel about him. Okay, so Derry is a person who is facing the comments of different people in the society. That's why he has decided not to come out from his house, and whenever he went out, he did not meet people. Okay, so this is a picture who says what does a handicapped person feel. Okay, I'm a person, not a pity parade. One person says, so I'm so sorry. Second one is saying, so young, so sad, a tragedy. But do you know, they don't want these kinds of the comments in their life. We have started chapter like this way. This is a play. This is a play. We have come to know that Mr. Lamb wants Derry wants him about the crab apples that usually fall in the long grass. Okay, then we have come to know that Derry told that on hearing a voice he asked as who it was. Mr. Lamb introduced himself and also said that small sour apples known as crab apples had fallen on the ground. So Derry replied over there, if Derry would not be careful, Derry replied over there that he did not know that someone was present in the garden. He thought it to be empty, and even the houses seemed empty to him. That's why Mr. Lamb tried to comfort him by saying that the house was empty as he was out in the garden. Mr. Lamb ने कहा कि घर तो empty है क्योंकि मैं तो garden में हूँ. Then he also asked him not to be afraid. Derry wanted to leave the place. Then Mr. Lamb tried to stop him and said that there was no need to leave the garden just because of him. Okay, and he also told him that he kept the gate open for people. Okay, as it was only Derry who jumped the wall. He told that it was only Derry who jumped the wall. Derry got angry for being pointed at like that way. Okay, he also clarified that he had not come to steal anything from there. Then Mr. Lamb ने reply कहा हाँ, he knew मैं जानता हूँ क्या that at many times apples had been stolen by young lads, okay, young boys, and that Derry was not so young. Okay, and but still Derry wanted to leave the place. Mr. Lamb told him not to be afraid of. Then Derry had shown his face, and Derry told that rather people were afraid of him. He was not afraid of anyone. Lamb asked him the reason for that. He told him that he knew what people thought and how they behaved in front of him. Mr. Lamb questioned him about what others thought of him. Derry said that people got scared on seeing his face. Some considered it bad, some considered it ugly and all. Okay, then Mr. Lamb told that no, not the whole of you, not of you. पूरा चेहरा तो तुम्हारा वैसा नहीं है, ugly, तुम ऐसे क्यों सोचती हो? Yes. Then Mr. Lamb changed the topic and he told that in the month of the September, what would happen? Mr. Lamb said that he was not afraid of Derry. Derry was shocked to hear that. Then Mr. Lamb told him that He would bring a ladder and stick and pick fine and ripe crab apples as they made a good jelly. He also told him that in September they got ripe. कि क्या होगा September month में ये ripe होंगे and become a magic fruit having orange and red in golden color. He also asked him he also asked him to join him in doing so. Daddy pointed him to change the topic कि आपने टॉपिक क्यों चेंज किया है. ओके, जस्ट लाइक अदर. देन मिस्टर लैम ने पूछा, अच्छा तुम चाहते हो मैं तुम्हें पूछूं तुम्हारा चेहरा क्यों जला. अच्छा बता दो. डैडी टोल्ड आई डोंट लाइक बीइंग नियर पीपल, कि मुझे लोगों के पास में जाना नहीं पसंद है. Then Mr. Lamb, Daddy got annoyed and said that he did not like the company of people. Mr. Lamb guessed that maybe his face got burned in some fire, कि तुम्हारा चेहरा किसी आग में जल गया होगा. Then Daddy told him no, it was due to acid that had burned half of his face. Okay, and he was so grieved that he kept on repeating कि acid ate my face up, acid had eaten me. acid ने मुझे भी क्या कर दिया है, पूरा ख़त्म कर दिया है. ओके, देन मिस्टर लैम ने कहा नो, ऐसा नहीं है. डैडी का आरंट यू इंटरेस्टेड, आपको मेरी कहानी में इंटरेस्ट नहीं, मेरे चेहरा जला हुआ है. डैडी टोल्ड दैट यू आर ए बॉय हु केम इन टू गार्डन प्लेंटी डू, आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन एनीबडी, मेरा तो सब में इंटरेस्ट है. देन फ्रॉम हियर मिस्टर लैम वुड लाइक टू टीच हिम अ न्यू लेसन. व्हाट? डैडी to infuse positive approach in him. First of all, the first teaching of Mr. Lamb is that everything is interesting. That plenty do. I am interested in anything. There's nothing God made that does not interest me. Look over there, over beside the four wall. What can you see there? आप वहाँ पे क्या देखते हो? तो डैडी ने कहा कि मैं वहाँ पे आई कुड सी ओनली विड्स, वहाँ पे विड्स हैं. देन मिस्टर लैम टोल्ड दैट व्हाट, that green plants on tree are what? Some green plants on the trees are flowers, fruits, okay, but some are weeds. Why is so? ऐसा क्यों? Mr. Lamb pointed out to the wall. Mr. Lamb pointed out at a wall and asked him, what did he see beyond it? Daddy replied that there were weeds, okay, or unwanted plant. Mr. Lamb explained that there were a number of plants in his garden and all are green in color. Then why some plants were considered good and some were called weeds? In reality, they all were same, just like Daddy and himself. Okay. Then Daddy told that they were not same, कि हम same नहीं हैं. Okay, हम same नहीं हैं. You are old and I am what? I am 14 years old boy and I have only half burnt face and you have got a thin leg. Okay. Then Mr. Lamb started to talk with him in a different way. Mr. Lamb, Daddy told we are not same. I am old. Mr. Lamb, I am old. You are young. You have got a burnt face. I have got a thin leg. Not important. You are standing there. I am sitting here. What's the difference? Daddy, why have you got a tin leg? Daddy ने change किया कि तुम्हारे tin का पैर क्यों है? Real one got blown off years back. Lamby lamb. Some kids say, haven't you heard them? You will lamby lamb. It fits. Doesn't trouble me. Mr. Lamb ने उसको समझाने की कोशिश की. देखो लोग मेरे ऊपर भी कमेंट करते हैं, मुझे lamby lamb कहते हैं, लंगड़ा lamb कहते हैं, but still I least bother. Daddy, but you can put on trouser and cover it up. तुम ट्राउजर पहन सकते हो, अपने पैर को छुपा लेते हो. And no one sees. They don't have to notice and stare. Mr. Lamb, some do, some don't. They get tired of it. In the end, there's plenty of other things to stare at. और दुनिया में बहुत सारी चीजें देखने के लिए. Why do you think that people only look at your face? लाइक डैडी ने कहा हाँ मेरे चेहरे की तरह है ना. मिस्टर लैम सेड नो लाइक क्रैब एप्पल्स, नो लाइक क्रैब एप्पल्स और द वेड्स और अ स्पाइडर क्लाइंबिंग अप अ सिल्कन लैडर और टॉल सनफ्लावर्स. ओके, डैडी टोल्ड things means you are saying my face is a thing. Don't compare my face with all those things. Why? Because he is different. Okay, you tell me. It's all relative beauty and the beast. Then Mr. Lamb told that Mr. Lamb would like to feel the positive approach and optimistic attitude in him. Okay, and then Mr. Lamb told what? That everything is interesting in this world. Everything is interesting in this world. And then Daddy told that yes, everything is interesting, but like my face, na? everybody would like to see my face and make comments. No, Mr. Lamb told that it did not bother him. No, it did not bother him कि मुझे भी लैम्बी लैम्ब कहते हैं, तुम्हें अगर तुम्हारी शक्ल के लिए कोई कमेंट करता है तो let them do. Okay, let them, if they are teasing you, let them do. Okay, Mr. Lamb suggested that things like crab apples, weeds, and spiders and the tall sunflowers could also be some of the other things that people would probably look at and discuss. Then Daddy told over here. Daddy ने फिर कहा कि हाँ, मानता हूँ मैं आपकी बात, बट आप अपने पैरों को छुपा सकते हैं. Then Mr. Lamb would like to say over there what? That it's all relative. It's all relative. How? Beauty and the beast means if there is one side beauty in the world, then there would be ugliness in the world. कि दुनिया में अगर beauty है तो ugliness भी है, tall है तो small भी है. Means Mr. Lamb would like to fill the positive approach in him. Mr. Lamb would like to fill the positive approach in him. That's why he told that just like beauty is related to the beast, okay, a beautiful creation is related to ugliness. Daddy was confused. Mr. Lamb ने पूछा तुम खुद ही बता दो, what's that supposed to mean? आपका कहने का क्या मतलब है? Mr. Lamb तुम बताओ, तुमने क्या समझा? Then he told that Daddy replied that often he had heard people saying that beauty is related to beast. I know what? Beauty is not related to one's appearance. I have heard this. Rather, inner beauty is our real beauty. Even a handsome man is who does handsome, वो ही होता है जो कि अच्छे काम करता है. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him he changed into a handsome prince. Only he would have stayed a monstrous beast. I want it. पता है मुझे ये कहानी कौन सी वाली, beauty and beast वाली. What? That once upon a time there was a beautiful princess and she kissed a beast, and beast was finally changed into a handsome prince. He would not, but that beast would not have changed if लेकिन वो नहीं बदलता. कौन नहीं बदलता? अगर वो प्रिंसेस उसको किस नहीं करती. किसको? बीस्ट को. तो उसने कहा Daddy refuses to accept his thought. Whose thought? Mr. Lamb, which he had also heard before, that a person's physical appearance does not matter as much as inner beauty does. He talks about the story of Beauty and the Beast, where the ugly beast turns into a handsome prince upon being kissed by the beauty. He also says that he won't ever change, लेकिन मैं थोड़ी बदलूंगा, like that, because no one will ever kiss him, as his face is scarred. Even his mother kisses him on the other side of his face. Then Mr. Lamb told that what? That okay, nobody will kiss you. Okay, Mr. Lamb, but do you care if you never kiss them? What? Yeah. Mr. Lamb, girls, pretty girls, long hair, large eyes, people you love. Daddy, who would let me? कौन मुझे kiss करने देगा? Not one. Mr. Lamb, who can tell? You should not be certain for the future. Daddy, I won't ever look different. मैं ऐसा ही दिखूंगा, आधा चेहरा जला हुआ. When I'm as old as you, I will look the same. I will still only have half a face. Mr. Lamb, so you will, but the world won't. The world's got a whole face. Okay, तुम्हारा आधा चेहरा है, लेकिन दुनिया का तो पूरा है. Go out and enjoy. Go out and watch the beautiful world. Okay, and the world's there to be looked at. Daddy, do you think this is world, this whole garden? आपको क्या लगता है, Mr. Lamb, ये आपका garden एक पूरा world है? Why Daddy was telling this sentence? Because Daddy had this perception that handicapped persons have no friendship. उनके कोई friends नहीं होती, have no friends. Nobody would like to make a friendship with them. Do you think this is the world, this whole garden? Mr. Lamb, when I'm here, not the only one, but the world, as much as anywhere. Okay, so now again Daddy would like to make some conversation with Mr. Lamb. Why? Because Daddy was enjoying his company. Why? Because up to this age, 14 years old, Daddy has not been talking with anyone. वो किसी से बात नहीं करता था. क्यों? क्योंकि people make comment on him. But Mr. Lamb was on other hand feeling the positive spirit and positive approach in him. Okay. So over here, Daddy replied that Daddy replied over there, what? That even his mother kissed him on the other part of his face. Then Mr. Lamb told that, okay, I do agree, your mother kissed on the other part of your face, but don't you want to kiss the girls, pretty girls, beautiful girls? Derry asks him what he was talking about. आप क्या बातें कर रहे हो? Mr. Lamb said that probably Derry wanted to kiss pretty girls who had long hair and large eyes, and or other people whom Derry loved. Derry replied that no one would ever allow him to do so. Mr. Lamb said that this was unpredictable. Okay, then Derry told that he would never look different, कि मैं कभी भी different नहीं दिखूंगा, मेरी शक्ल ऐसे ही रहेगी. How? Like this way, half face burnt. Okay, half face burnt, मेरी ऐसी ही शक्ल रहेगी. Derry told over there. Okay, fine. Then Derry raised a question over there कि आपको क्या लगता है कि ये जो गार्डन है ये आपका वर्ल्ड है, ये जो गार्डन है ये आपका वर्ल्ड है? He says over there कि ये गार्डन आपको लगता है कि आपका वर्ल्ड है? Then Mr. Lamb replied कि yes. When I am here, not the only one, but the world. Okay. Then Derry asked, does your leg hurt you? Derry said that if he will never look different when he will be as old as Mr. Lamb, then also he will only have a half face. Mr. Lamb said that yes, he will always have a half face, but the world was full of so many things to look at. दुनिया में बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, तुम उनको जाके खुद देखो. Mr. Lamb ने कहा. Okay, Lamb said that Derry ने क्वेश्चन किया, अच्छा आप बहुत वर्ल्ड को देख रहे हो, ये वर्ल्ड आपका, ये गार्डन इज योर वर्ल्ड, ये वर्ल्ड है? Then Lamb replied that what? That said when he was present in the garden, then the garden was his world. He then questioned him whether his leg hurt. आपको क्या पैर में दर्द होता है? Derry said, Mr. Lamb replied that sometime. Does your leg hurt? Then does not hurt, boy. नहीं, क्या आर्टिफिशियल लैग जो है इट नेवर गिव्स पेन. व्हेन इट केम ऑफ डिड इट? लेकिन Derry आस्किंग हिम इफ ही सफर्ड पेन व्हेन ही लॉस्ट हिज लैग. लेकिन जब पैर आपका ब्लोन हुआ था वॉर में तब हुआ था. Lamb said that it pained back then. बहुत समय पहले की बात है, certainly ये बहुत पुरानी बात है. Derry and now I mean where the tin stop at the top. Derry asked him if he then asked him if it pain now where the artificial leg is stuck into real one. जहाँ पे वो artificial leg and the real leg के बीच में जहाँ पे fix हुआ वहाँ दर्द होता है. Then he told that it was not important. Mr. Lamb, now and then in wet weather it does not signify, लेकिन फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Oh, that's something else they. Oh, Mr. Lamb, Derry said that. Oh, I know very well. I know. They all say, look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. Okay, तो then Derry told that sir आपकी बात मुझे समझ में आ रही है. So first thing उसने क्या कहा? Everything is whatever is made by God is beautiful. Okay, then he told that what? That you should not feel the pain. आपको अपने पेन को नहीं देखना चाहिए. Then Derry replied that he could understand what? He could understand that what Mr. Lamb was saying. What Mr. Lamb was saying, what he meant by all this, as he heard people saying that you should take a lesson from those who suffer in pain and never cry or complain. Okay, about their you can say about their disability. Derry said that, but I know very well, my parents and some persons told me that never cry, never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves, because so many persons in the world are there who are not living the life like you. तुम्हारी जैसी लाइफ भी नहीं जी पा रहे. मुझे कहते हैं लोग, सोचो, थिंक यू माइट हैव बीन ब्लाइंडेड. अभी तो तुम्हारा आधा चेहरा जला हुआ है, कहीं तुम अंधे होते और बॉर्न डेफ और हैव टू लिव इन व्हील चेयर और भी डेफ्ट इन योर हेड एंड ड्रिबल. ओके, so over there Mr. Lamb told Dan, great, and that's all true, you know it, तुम्हें तो सब कुछ पता है. Then डैरी इट वॉन्ट मेक माई फेस चेंज, पता होने से क्या हुआ, हाँ क्या हुआ, डैरी सेड ऑल दिस वुड नॉट चेंज हिज फेस, मेरा चेहरा थोड़ी बदल जाएगा. डू यू नो वन डे वुमन वेंट बाय मी इन द स्ट्रीट, आई वॉज एट बस स्टॉप एंड शी वॉज विथ अनदर वुमन एंड शी लुक एट मी एंड शी सेड विस्पर्ड, उसने दूसरी औरत को कहा कितना गंदा चेहरा है. ओनली आई हर्ड हर, शी सेड लुक एट दैट, दैट्स अ टेरिबल थिंग, दैट्स अ फेस ओनली अ मदर कुड हैव. मिस्टर लैम, सो यू बिलीव एवरीथिंग यू हियर देन, तो तुम वो सब मानते जब जो सुनते हो तुम्हारे कानों से. डैरी इट वॉज क्रूअल था, मेरे लिए कहा था, सो आई शुड बिलीव. मिस्टर लैम, मे बी नॉट मेंट एज मच, जस्ट समथिंग सैड बिटवीन दैम, शायद तुम्हारे लिए नहीं कहा हो, किसी और के लिए कहा हो. डैडी, ओनली आई हर्ड, मैंने सुना था. मिस्टर लैम, एंड दैट इज द ओनली थिंग यू एवर हर्ड एनी वन से इन योर लाइफ, तो बस खाली यही सुनते हो. डैडी, ओ नो आई हैव हर्ड ए लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, नहीं मैं बहुत सारी चीज़ें और भी सुनता हूँ. सो नाउ कीप योर ईयर्स शट. थर्ड टीचिंग, मिस्टर लैम ने कहा अब तुम अपने कान आज से बंद कर लेना. देन डैरी नरेटेड इंसिडेंट ओवर हियर. डैरी टेल्स लैम दैट women talk of his ugly face. They say that none will kiss respect his mother. Mr. Lamb tells him that he must have heard so many other things also. The best thing is to keep the ears shut and did not pay attention to such talks. Mr. Lamb further talks about the bee. Then Mr. Lamb further talks. Maybe women were talking about their views and all. Mr. Lamb asked him, did he believe what he heard? There is stress that he heard it. Mr. Lamb asked that was this the only thing he had heard for someone. Daddy said that no, he had heard many other things too. Then Mr. Lamb suggested, keep your ears shut and pay no heed to such talks. Heed means attention. तो तुम अपने कानों को आज से क्या कर लेना, बंद कर लेना. Why? Because Mr. Lamb said that suggested him to shut his ear. He should ignore all the foolish comments. जितने silly comments तुम सुनते हो उन सबको अपने कानों में आज से बंद कर लेना, मत सुनना. Keep your ears shut. Okay, fine. Then so now you keep your ears shut. Daddy, you are peculiar. बहुत ही you are means your talks are very peculiar. You say peculiar things. You ask questions I don't understand. Mr. Lam, I like to talk. I have company. You don't have to answer these questions. You don't have to stop here at all. The gates open. तुमको जाना है चले जाओ. Yes, but हाँ जाना तो है लेकिन क्या? Mr. Daddy has started the liking with the garden and all. And Mr. Lamb, see now Mr. Lamb made him understand कि लोगों की बातों को क्यों नहीं सुनना चाहिए. He said, I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say bees buzz. But when you listen to bees for a long while, they hum and sing. I hear them singing my bees. Means some people say that bees buzz, but someone says bees sing. Okay. Daddy. Okay, then we will see over here. Mr. Lamb would like to make him understand. Daddy tells Lamb that women talk of his ugly face. They said that none will respect his mother. Mr. Lamb tells him that he must have heard so many other things also. The best thing is to keep his ears shut and need not pay attention to such talks. Mr. Lamb talks about the bees in his garden. Some people like their buzzing, while others hate. कुछ लोगों को इसका जो buzzing होती है वो अच्छा लगता है और वो कहते हैं कि देखो जो bees है वो क्या कर रही है, singing कर रही है. While others hate. But Lamb calls it as a sweet music. It is the only difference of attitude. So why are you in isolation just because of the attitude of the people? Okay. Daddy tells Lamb that women talk of his ugly face. They say that none will kiss. Then Mr. Lamb again says what? Talks about the bees in the garden. Some people like their buzzing while others hate, but Lamb calls it a sweet music. It is only the difference of attitude. Fine over here. It is the only difference of attitude. Fine. Then Mr. Lamb suggested him that keep your ears shut. Daddy, but I like it here. Daddy says, Mr. Lamb when told him that तुम जा सकते हो यहाँ से तुम्हारे जाने का मन है तो. Daddy, but I like it here. लेकिन मुझे यहाँ रहना पसंद. I came in because I like it. मुझे ये जगह पसंद है क्योंकि मुझे अच्छी लग रही है जगह. When I looked over the wall, Mr. Lamb, if you had seen me, अच्छा एक बात बताओ Daddy, अगर तुम मुझे देखते तो तुम अंदर आते. You would not have come in. No, नहीं आता. No. डैडी इट वुड हैव बीन ट्रेसपासिंग, तो मतलब ये क्या होता, ट्रेसपासिंग मीन्स टू दखल देना, टू मीन्स एंटर, if someone is noticing you and you are entering, it is trespassing. Okay, trespassing. Mr. Lamb, that's not by, अच्छा अब समझा. Daddy, I don't like being near people when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me. मुझे लोगों के पास में जाना अच्छा नहीं लगता. Daddy told, why? Because people stare at me when I see them being afraid of me. Then Mr. Lamb suggested, then एक काम करो, you could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. तो तुम एक रूम में बंद हो जाओ और कभी उसको मत छोड़ना. There was a man who did that. अच्छा, तुम्हारी तरह ही एक आदमी ने ऐसे किया था. There was a man who did that and he was afraid of everything. You see, of everything in this world. अब वो बाहर नहीं जाता एक आदमी. A bus might run over him over, or a man might breathe daintily jumps onto him. वो ऐसे सोचता और इसलिए बाहर नहीं जाता. Or a donkey might kick him to death, or lightning might strike him down, or he might love a girl. वो बाहर जाएगा तो कहीं किसी गर्ल से लव हो गया and the girl would leave him and he might slip on a banana skin and fall, and people who saw him would laugh their heads off. So he went into his room, तो अपने रूम में हमेशा के लिए चला गया, and locked the door and got into his bed, stayed there. वो वहीं रहता, तुम भी उसकी तरह चले जाओ. Mr. Lamb suggested Daddy कि तुम्हारी तरह ही एक आदमी था, तुम भी उसकी तरह ही चले जाओ. कैसे? Mr. Lamb told that there was a man. Mr. Lamb said that he liked to talk and also liked the company of others. Then Mr. Lamb narrated a incident over here. What? That when Daddy told that he did not want to go near people. Then Mr. Lamb asked Mr. Lamb. He replied that he sat in the. Then Mr. Lamb replied that there was a person like you. The man thought that if he would go out, then he would meet with an accident with a bus, or he would catch infection from someone, or a donkey would kick him to death, or the lightning बिजली उसके ऊपर गिर जाएगी, or he may die because the girl whom he loved may leave him, or he may even slip off a banana. तो तुम्हारी तरह ही था, वो घर में बैठ गया हमेशा, तुम भी उसकी तरह करने लग जाओ. Then Daddy forever, हमेशा के लिए बैठ गया. Mr. Lamb, for a while, कुछ देर के लिए. And then what? फिर क्या हुआ? Mr. Lamb, a picture fell off the wall onto his head and killed him, और वो मर गया. Daddy laughs a lot. Daddy first time in this whole conversation he laughed. वो हंसता है. You see, तुमने देखा. So you are running, you are escaping from the world. भागो, तुमको भागना है, भागो. But one day you would die in this run. तुम खुद मर जाओगे and you are not able to enjoy the world. Okay? Daddy says, but you still say peculiar things. तुम लेकिन बहुत ही अजीब बातें करते हो. Peculiar to some, कुछ लोगों के लिए अजीब है. Daddy, what do you do all day? What do you do all day? So now we have understood up to here. First thing Mr. Lamb ने उसको समझाया that first one is point to be noted. Everything is beautiful in this world, okay, like wood and green plant. Then Mr. Lamb told him that what? That world has whole face. Please go out and look at the world. Then Mr. Lamb told him that keep your ear shut. अपने कानों को बंद कर लो. And then he made him understand. उसने कहा that I don't want to near the people. मुझे नहीं जाना होता लोगों के पास. Then Mr. Lamb narrated one incident of a man who locked himself into a room and then died with a picture fell on his head. So we have with a picture fell on his head. Then we have understood up to here. Now in my next session I'll make you clear that when Derry asked him what do you do all day, आप ये पूरे दिन क्या करते हो? Then Mr. Lamb replies, sit in the sun, read books. That we will see in our next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.